Hey folks, Vic here with your weekly trade video for Friday, February the 2nd, 2024. First off, on February the 6th, that's coming up next week here, that's a Tuesday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, Darko and I are going to be holding, and Darko's my handsome partner on the left as you're looking at this picture. We're going to be holding a webinar that is completely free, okay? And in that webinar, Darko and I are going to be sharing some lessons on trading that you do not want to miss. Okay, like in fact, we're going to be doing a series of these lessons highlighting different parts of the trading game that are absolutely crucial to your success. These lessons are the reasons why Darko has had over 6 consecutive years of profitability based on his pre-market analysis videos. And by the way, he has started off January with another profitable month. Okay, so that's a great start to the year. Another name for these lessons, by the way, that Darko is going to be teaching is simply fundamentals. Okay, it's so important. There's a link to register for the webinar in the text below this video or in the email that you received. So, and it's just like this. No matter what you want to get good at, fundamentals are at the heart of success. Like excellence only happens by mastering the fundamentals. Okay, and if you're like most traders and you started your trading journey without a firm understanding of fundamentals, you know what I'm talking about. I hope you like this video. If so, please give it a thumbs up. I'm going to talk about the fundamentals that we use for our trading, and these are price-based only. We don't use any indicators whatsoever on our charts. All right, none. So let's take a look. Okay, so let's, I want to go over what's important when it comes to fundamentals. Okay, this is a really critical stuff. So fundamentals come before anything else, right? You're committing trading suicide if you don't get a grip on a few things that I'm going to go over in just a few minutes when and when I look at some actual charts. Fundamentals are not difficult. They're actually simple, but they require practice. Okay? And I know that sounds obvious. Like if you play hockey, sports are always a good analogy with trading. If you play hockey, for example, skating is a fundamental, right? It's pretty simple to do, but not at first. You won't get good at it without hours of practice, right? And guess what that means? It means that you have to be patient. Okay, you can't just step onto the ice without never having skated before and be a great hockey player. I know that sounds obvious, but I can quite candidly tell you that most traders don't put in the time necessary to practice the fundamentals before starting to trade. So they get frustrated and they quit, or they jump to another system. Okay, what they need to do actually is look in the mirror, because that's what the problem is. Okay, that's just the brutal, honest truth of it all. Okay, the beauty of mastering fundamentals is that once you master them, they don't change. Like support, resistance, and price action reading remain the same. They have for like all the years that I've been trading. Darko's been showing this same old stuff over and over for over 6 years now, profitably. Okay, how do you know if you've mastered the fundamentals? That's a really easy answer. You know how you know? You look at your results, because results never lie. So here I'm going to show you some Forex trading fundamentals that we simply do not trade without. Let me just get rid of this down here and go to here. So this is just a chart of the Euro Kiwi. It could be anything. It doesn't really matter. Support resistance levels. Support resistance levels are like all over the place here. Okay, they're extremely important levels in the market, but not all of them are equally significant. So you need to understand support resistance levels. Which ones matters, which one not so much. If you look at this chart, you'll see levels everywhere. Okay, like there's a resistance here, there's little bit of resistance here, there's some support here, and more resistance. It goes down and up and that. How do you know what's the ones to trade at? If you try to trade around all these levels, you're going to get a serious headache. Worse yet, you're going to be over trading and very likely faced with a steady stream of losing trades. That's what will, like, just about 100% guaranteed will happen. That's why we used time-tested, reliable patterns together with key levels of support resistance. And by the way, we only have 3 patterns. There's nothing overwhelming, and they're very simple. And you have to use the right level in the first place. Higher time frame swings. Geez, I tell you what, markets don't go straight up. They don't go straight up, and they don't come straight down, do they? They move in waves. You see this, how it goes up and down like this? That's how they move. And they do this on all time frames, right from, this is a weekly chart, right down to a 5-minute, 1-minute chart. Okay? So How do you know which ones are the best for sniffing out great trading opportunities? How do you marry up different charts to find really good trading opportunities? Because believe me, it matters big time which ones you use and why you use them. What about candlesticks? Have you ever read a book on candlestick patterns? It can be pretty overwhelming. They got, geez, I don't know, all sorts of The truth is, you only need a few candlestick patterns. We only use a few, and they do the trick very, very nicely. What do all these candles mean going down? What about this thing here? And oh, this looks like a reversal here. Does that matter? What about these candles right here? You know, how significant are they? All of these candles, every single individual one. What does it mean? Okay, very, very important. What about trend? Ever heard the expression, the trend is your friend? We all heard that, right? Well, it's quite true. But does that mean you shouldn't take counter trend trades? Counter trend, right? Should you go against the trend? That's a great question. And in fact, we do take counter trend trades at times, but only under certain conditions. And I'll tell you another, like, super, super important fundamentals of trading, of trading. And it's the idea of risk management. That is, I don't know, maybe the most important fundamental there is. And by when I talk up to say risk management, I mean account management and trade management. For account management, it's about how much of your account you risk. If you over leverage your account, over risk your account, you definitely will not last long in this game. Okay, we have a very specific rule for how much to risk that we recommend anyway. And if we lose, it is never a big deal. Never. Just a small amount. Once you're in a trade, now we switch over. We're in the trade. It's all about trade management. Where does your stop loss go? At what point do you remove risk in the trade? At what point do you take profit in the trade? Do you take profit on your entire position or only on part of your position? This is all to do with trade management. I'll tell you something. It's very interesting. You could have a crappy trading system, but actually be profitable, very profitable, solely because of great trade management. A system that's only right 3 or 4 times out of 10 could be a very successful system. And in fact, you've probably heard of the turtles. That's about what they were. Okay, but it all boils down to trade management. So these are just a few fundamentals that I guarantee you that if learned and applied properly will make a massive difference in your trading results. And again, we're giving a series of absolutely free webinars with there's no obligation, nothing like that. The first one is going to be next Tuesday, February the 6th, 2024, where Darko is going to teach some of these fundamentals. And there's a link, like I say, in the text below this video or in the email that you received. So the point of this video is just to say that you must master the fundamentals of trading. Okay, it's just not an option, and we would love for you to join our free webinar and let us help you. Listen, no obligation, no strings attached. Just come and get some information, and you can be the final judge on whether or not it makes sense or not. But again, just review your current results, okay? And if you're not seeing consistent success, the solution is to get to learning the fundamentals properly, or if maybe you started to learn them before, maybe you kind of fell off the wagon, well, get back to the fundamentals and reset your commitment. Alrighty? Thank you so much. Hope you all have a great weekend, and we definitely hope to see you in our webinar. Take care.